Let's talk about some art projects. Let's talk about City of Traders foil test prints from a set that didn't have foils, and some altered stuff that people are producing. People are producing, people is producing, whatever. Let me know in the comments.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Okay, we've heard Rudy mention art projects before, and now we're going to take a look at some art projects that, I keep on bringing this up, but nobody really gets what I'm saying, and it's kind of disappointing. Well, not okay. I guess people do get it, but then other people keep on buying this stuff, and it's kind of crazy. And what made me want to make this video, and I have to make other videos, okay? I have to make videos about the Splendid Genesis or artist proofs, and the ones that are coming for the Fraternal card from Richard Garfield as well. And these test prints from Ancestral MTG test prints, they're just altered cards, and when I say altered, I mean altered. Let's take a look. All right, here we go. I just had to set up my internet look page. Okay, so here we go. This is what I'm talking about. And like, I recently saw a post on Facebook with somebody trying to sell one of these for 35 grand. And if you look at this, they're trying to they're selling these cards for a lot of money. Look at this. You see this right here? I heard from somebody that saw this sheet. I heard directly, like I spoke to him, from somebody that was around when before this sheet was cut. And interesting with the -2, and he told me about how warped and bent it is. And if you know anything about bent, look at the back. If you know anything about foils, when you bend them, it makes these like wrinkles and creases that are hard to that don't come out. It's just there, right? So this was a bent and curled sheet. Clearly it was marked as such at Wizards, right? And they took it, they flattened it, and then they cut it up into pieces. So not only was it like flattened and pressed, it was chopped up outside of the factory by some randos, okay? That's why it has square corners, not because, look, square corners. No. It's because it was an art project. And these people are selling these things like real cards, all right? $45,000 a piece. They probably got this sheet for 20, 10,000, maybe 5, and they're trying to sell it to you like this. And their reasoning will be, oh, we know that people couldn't afford the whole sheet, so we cut it up so that everybody gets to enjoy a piece. Yeah, for 45,000. Okay. These City of Traders foil test prints were produced by Wizards of the Coast in 1998. They were provided to Wizards as an uncut sheet. The words "not for" were written on the back of the sheet in black marker by Wizards production department, as can be seen in some of the individual card backs. The markings will not cause grading companies to consider the cards inked or altered due to the fact that they are test prints and the writing was done as part of the testing process. This sheet also had several bends and scratches. Okay, so if the markings were original, and your cutting of the cards weren't, then why would the grading companies grade this as an unaltered card? So stop it with that crap, okay? The markings will not cause the grading card companies to consider the cards inked or altered. It's such a bullshit lie. It's unbelievable. And if you were to point this stuff out in any of the groups, you'll get kicked out or muted because Joel Mick, Mr. Ancestral MTG, knows people. He's friends with Richard Garfield. And, when he got Richard Garfield, we're going to talk about that in another day. Let's just continue reading this. The sheet was cut into square-cornered single cards in April 2024 at a professional card-cutting facility. Oh, yay. Card bends and warping were then mitigated using professional, non-invasive restoration techniques. This does not cause the cards to be considered altered either in common parlance, or by card grading companies. All of the cards lie flat when sleeved and should be tournament legal with advance approval by the tournament. How? How would that be? Square corners are going to be tournament legal? Get the hell out of here. Additional copies of some colors are available. Please contact us to inquire about additional availability. Okay. So guys, do you buy this BS? Do you buy these lies as told by Joel Mick and Ancestral MTG just because they have expensive things that makes them able to define what is altered for grading card companies? Get out of here, man. This is some weird stuff that is crossing over from Pokemon. I mean, you've seen these weird test prints on Pokemon. It's basically like pieces of paper glued onto cards, and anybody can do art projects like that. It is ridiculous, and I can't ever promote CGC because they buy his lies, and they not his lies, I guess his lies, Joel Mick's lies, and there's a freaking guy, I keep on forgetting his name, a Pokemon guy who's involved in all this crap too. Anyway, I don't like it what they're doing, because Ancestral MTG, with like the weird quasi approval of CGC, and by throwing the wool over Richard Garfield's eyes, it's kind of a thing now that you can take weird and rare cards and do stuff to them and just declare that they're not altered and they're artist proofs because I said so. Stop. Okay, we're gonna have a video on what really happened with the Richard Garfield, the cards that were called artist proofs, Splendid, Genesis, and Fraternal, whatever the hell, for the second child. We're gonna do a video where I talk to a source who knows a lot about this stuff, and I'm gonna relay the information that he gives me. And look, man, this City of Traders square cornered sheet, just know that this is an NFC, not factory cut card. It is a thing. However, they have to be, or they should be, sold as NFC whenever you're selling them. The fact that they're not, it's like they're just leaving it out, even though they say in their description that it was cut at a professional card cutting facility, whatever that is. As a guy with square knives. It's unbelievable, man. I can't believe people buy into this crap. And it's like, collectibles are technically a bag holder economy, meaning you buy something, the price goes up, but you have to wait for somebody else to buy it, and then they're left holding the bag, right? Don't get caught holding the bag with these. This is the ultimate in bag holder stuff, where Joel Mick bought something and he's trying to make money off of it by advertising and marketing and leaving out fact. I think that's where I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's where I want to land on this. I don't like what Joel Mick's doing. I think it's akin to fraud, and it's being perpetrated on a massive scale. You saw those cards. Minimum price is $17,500 up to $45,000. I feel bad for anyone that bought these cards under the impression that they are actual test prints. If they were test prints, they'd have rounded corners. I've seen plenty of test prints of City of Trader foils, and they have round corners. I don't understand why people are buying Ancestral MTG's line of crap. Hold on. Let me see something here. Look. Hey, City of Traders foil test print. Square corners in parentheses. Let's see something. We got more test prints. Let's see if we can find holy crap! Would you look at that? City of Traders foil test print rounded corners. These City of Traders foil test prints were produced by Wizards of the Coast in 1998. They were factory cut and provided to Wizards as single cards. They exist in both silver bordered version and black bordered versions. There also exists square cornered, black bordered single cards that were cut from an uncut sheet in April 2024 at a professional card cutting facility. You like how they say factory cut and professional card cutting facility? Two different ones, and yeah, pretty interesting, right? This card is not in great condition, and that's probably why it's got the price that it does, instead of being more expensive than the square cut ones. I don't know why anybody would buy a square cut corner one for $45K instead of buying this for $27.5. Doesn't make any sense. And oh, look at that. Joel Mick owns both, but he's advertising them differently instead of just saying test prints. Nah. Anyway, I don't know how to express how much I don't like this and like the lies that are being spread. Remember to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. I am very curious to see what people think about these cards. Are they not altered, as Joel Mick claims? Unbelievable. Yeah, remember to like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon. Get mighty cards today. Remember to use my affiliate link. Otherwise, take care. Have a lovely day. We'll catch you soon. Peace.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?